Welcome back to another episode of What's New Wednesday. It's June the 12th of 2024. A few things that have been interesting happening this week. We're going to go ahead and talk about that. First off, we have the token price, which fell all the way down into the teens this past week. Big Time put out a new blog, Medium article hyping up Epoch City and patch point 3.0. We have the Friday Forge Showdown weekend event announcement that we're going to talk about that happened on the 6th or 7th. And we also have the new weekly challenges that came out this Monday. We have the new TimeWarden Showdown tournament qualifier that started this Monday. We also have some issues with the results of the Showdown week 3, the Forge week. And we also have a really insane midweek madness that's happening right now. So I hope everyone's been able to take advantage of that. And there's also a crazy thing. Over 1,000 players had their accounts suspended today on the 12th. So we're going to be talking about that as well. Last week I said that Bitcoin was up around its all-time high at 71,000. So last week would be Wednesday here. It was at around 71,000. I said it's at pretty much around its all-time high. I expect it to start going down and retesting. We hadn't seen it break below the 20-day EMA for over like about a month at that point. So I was expecting to see the price of Bitcoin go down and at least retest the 50 EMA. I said that we could see it go down all the way to the 100 EMA, and honestly it remains to be seen. We still might see Bitcoin continue to go down, but I said that if we saw it start retesting lower ranges, then we'd see Big Time end up going into the teens, and we did. We saw same time that Bitcoin took a nice dump, so did Big Time token on Friday. It went all the way down and touched 15 cents. We're continuing to move down. There's still bearish price action, so now we're retesting basically this very low, all-time low sort of area here, the support range that we've created several times. Are we going to see it continue to move down even further? Well, I think that really remains to be seen. If we see Bitcoin continue to move down and actually make it down to its 100 EMA, or even crazier to imagine, its 200-day EMA, then I think we'll see Big Time also continue to go downward. We'll see it go all the way down to 10 cents, but hopefully we'll see it bounce. Once again, that kind of just depends on, is Bitcoin going to bounce or not? I hope to see it bounce up, and it sort of remains to be seen. If we get a bounce on the Big Time token, it kind of has to break above about 21 cents in my opinion. If we see it break above 21 cents, we might see it start making some moves back upwards towards 25 cents, retest that resistance. But we might just see a little bit of a bounce sometime throughout this next week, and we might see it sort of crab along a bit. Or like I said, if the Bitcoin goes down towards its 100-day EMA, we'll probably see some really low prices for the Big Time token. So that's pretty much it. I feel like 21 cents is the resistance that we have to beat right around now. If we beat that, then maybe we'll see some bullish price action, but right now we're stuck in some pretty bearish sort of price action, so plan accordingly. First off, we should take a look at Big Time's newest Medium article. They just put this out last Friday. Sort of talks about a lot of things, but some of the key highlights I have here is that they tease some skill tree updates for patch point 3.0. I think these are great quality of life updates. They've changed the UI. They've made it so that you can drag the ability bar, like drag your skill tree around instead of having to use like a scroll wheel. They also made it so that you can drag and drop your abilities right from your skill tree onto your ability bar, which is super helpful. They changed it so that your stats and stuff can show up in better ways. There's some good improvements that are coming out there, good quality of life stuff. They also teased some activities that are going to be able to be done in Epoch City. So one is called Whack-A-Dummy. It's a mini game. It's just like whack-a-mole. There's going to be a leaderboard that's based off of the players' levels. So the leaderboards aren't going to be like persistent yet, but they will be like a way to sort of compete against your friends and pass some time while you're trying to make a party and things like that. So that's good. They have another one that's called a group emote station, and this is like brings you back to the good old days when you're just little kids and carefree and happy. It's basically Simon Says, and there's a leaderboard for this as well, and you can get rewards for completing the 3 stages successfully. Probably not anything special as far as rewards go, probably like just a little bit of gold or some potions or something like that, but they say these new activities are designed to provide dynamism, increase player engagement, and encourage social interactions. We aim to add a variety and excitement, making the city more than just a quest hub. And I do think that's going to be really important. What's the difference between Epoch City and Watertown right now? There needs to be a difference. Got to be more than just a place to go get quests and stuff like that. So the rest of the Medium article is kind of something you guys can look at your own time. There's some community features. They talk about the contests, the emote contest winners, and the comic contest winners. So you guys can check that out on your own time. Next, then we have the weekend sort of crafting announcement that they tend to put out on Fridays. This one is all about the forge crafting, very similar to the armory crafting weekend event that happened a couple weeks ago. Craft one Egyptian vase, rug, a canopy bed, and the Egyptian cat statue. If you craft all 4 of those, then you get an extra 50,000 points towards the current showdown qualifier. So that's kind of cool. If you were able to do that, congratulations. If not, then so what? Next up, we have the weekly challenges that have come out. So this came out on Monday the 10th. Pretty straightforward. Complete 7 daily bounties for 3,500 leaderboard points. Honestly, that's pretty decent amount of leaderboard points considering what the challenge is. So take that for what it is. Next one, you can craft 1 Zweihander Molten Wrath 3, a rare one, and you get 10,000 leaderboard points. I kind of like that you only need to craft 1 item on this. That's kind of nice. And then open 1 mystery box for 3,000 leaderboard points. If you have some mystery boxes to open, this is easy, but not a whole lot of points there, so do what you want with that. Next up, we have the same day on Monday, they announced the 4th and final qualifier round, which is the TimeWarden Showdown tournament qualifier. Pretty straightforward. Craft hourglasses to get points for this leaderboard. I'm kind of curious to know what the Friday event is going to be for this weekend. Maybe we'll be crafting certain types of hourglasses to get certain types of points for the qualifier. So curious to know what that's going to look like on Friday. Next up, we have something. This is where I'm going to be ranting a little bit. They said on Tuesday, yesterday, that would be the 11th, they said, we discovered an issue with the point boost filter, which incorrectly excluded certain items from receiving points. This error affected the standings and led to 2 players being removed from the top 10. To address this, we have fixed the filter and expanded the top positions to 12 for this round. We apologize for the oversight. This change reflects our commitment to ensuring a fair and enjoyable competition for all participants. Now, this is where I get to rant because I'm frustrated. I crafted a Stygian title for this event through my forge, and I didn't get any points. I'm nowhere to be seen, not even in the top 100 of the leaderboard for the 3rd week. And I'm frustrated because it takes a lot of effort up front to be able to get all the materials to craft that Stygian title, and it was my plan to do it for this 3rd week. I crafted it on Saturday, technically Sunday morning at 4 in the morning PST, which was still 12 hours before the contest was supposed to end, and it didn't count towards the leaderboard, the showdown tournament. So I was really planning on qualifying with that craft finishing. I rushed the craft for like an extra few hundred big time and nothing. I also crafted some rare eggs that didn't show up. So what does all that mean? Is there still an issue with the way that they're calculating the points, or were they just not clear about what things were and weren't able to be crafted for the showdown? I don't really know, but I feel a little bit burned on this one because I put a lot of resources into being able to craft that Stygian title, and then also rushed the craft to make sure that it was finished for the end of the showdown qualifier, and my points didn't show up. So I don't really know what happened there, but either way, it really begs the question, like, did they really fix their points qualifier calculations or not? Because I feel like I probably should have earned quite a few points for the showdown. The points showed up on my leaderboard, they didn't show up in the showdown, so I don't know. Okay, so there's my rant about that. A little bit jaded about that one. But next, so today, Wednesday the 12th, Midweek Madness is insane this week, guys. Get quadruple leaderboard points for crafting Dominion chest piece of all rarities, Dominion legs of all rarities, Astral Edge of all rarities, and dual-bladed axe of Forbidden Fates of all rarities. And I just wish that I had some extra resources kicking about because I have 2 epic dual-bladed axes right now, and if I could just afford to get 1 more and get that legendary crafting and get a quadruple leaderboard boost on that, that would be sweet. But I just don't have the capital right now, unfortunately. And it's such a short event. It ends tomorrow, Thursday the 13th. So if you guys have been able to take advantage of this awesome Midweek Madness event, congratulations. I'm happy for you. And, you know, yay for you. So, okay, next. Guys, let me know in the comments if you're able to actually get any good crafts from this Midweek Madness, because it's so short, but maybe you were able to get some good points. I'm curious to know. All right, the final announcement. This is a really big deal, guys. Big Time has taken action against a large number of players who have been disrupting fair gameplay in Big Time. Over 1,000 people have been suspended because they've been found to be using third-party applications to cheat. These suspensions are a warning, and nobody's been permabanned yet, but repeat offenders will continue to face harsher and harsher punishments, all the way up to being permabanned. We really needed actions like this to be taken, in my opinion. Like, we've all been feeling it. There's definitely people who have been cheating the system, and we're sitting here with, like, you know, twiddling our thumbs, hoping for something to happen. So Big Time is finally taking action, and that's good. We definitely need that to be happening. But the real question is, were the right people being targeted? If you look in the Discord general chat, you scroll through, there's quite a few people who say that they've never used third-party applications for Big Time who were served a suspension. And it's hard to say whether or not those people are telling the truth, or if they're just ignorant, or if they're just unable to take accountability for getting caught. Like, who knows, right? Everyone's different. So there could be people in the general chat who are genuinely, you know, totally innocent, and there could be people who are also in the general chat saying that they're innocent and they're not. So you never know. But what do you guys think about this one? On one side of it, like, I welcome the actions that Big Time has taken, as I feel like they are definitely people exploiting the game in unfair ways, and they need to be dealt with. But on the other hand, if people are being wrongfully punished, then that starts to be a bit dicey. Let me know in the comments too if you guys are watching this in the future. Were you affected by the suspension, and do you feel like you are innocent? Hard to say what the criteria is even that caused people to get the suspension. So more to be discussed on that for sure. But that is it for this week of What's New Wednesday, guys. It is June the 12th. We're going to be back on June the 19th for another episode, so stay tuned for that. And if you're watching this in the future, make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment, and as always, don't forget to tell somebody about it. And that's it. Peace.